number 40. We've done already 39 counties, and we are on our Nyanza region tour with the expectation that tomorrow we'll be in Siaya, Kisumu, and then go back to Nyamira, where we were unable to do last week. From our security engagement this morning with the security team, we've come to the conclusion that, again, Homabay County is a extremely important county with the various economic activities. It is the county with the largest largest size of the lake that is on part of Kenya, Lake Victoria in Kenyan side. So it has a very long lake stretch, and we appreciate the fact that we have this because it informs the economic activity, the main economic activity here, which is fishing. And a lot of work has been done by the government of Kenya to invest in the fishing sector, landing bays, and various investments related to making this lake more viable in terms of as a transport also hub. And so the piers that has been built here and others that are being worked on, we appreciate the investment that the government is putting in the fishing sector. And but also there lies challenges that we have as a result of these economic activities. We need greater presence of the security team at the lake. So of great concern for us is the strength that we have in the Coast Guard plus the Border Patrol Unit. There is an ongoing procurement process for modernization, and we have agreed that we need more boats to man the lake. We appreciate also His Excellency's engagement with President Museveni on the joint management of the Lake Victoria. And from an East African perspective, that will resolve many other issues in terms of competition, the fighting over borders, and the issue of harassment of fisher folks. And that is an issue that we continue to follow. There has been a great improvement with the establishment of Coast Guard, but there is need to be greater presence. It's not enough to have Border Patrol Unit in Muru Bay. We also want to have presence in Sena and other parts of the lake. This is a discussion that, we've already had in Busia. I'm sure it will come up tomorrow in Siaya and Kisumu later. The second issue is that because of also the porous border that we have, or porous border, properly unmanned, we have a lot of contraband that come to this county. And the challenge we have here is that some of the goods that are brought here are actually substandard unadulterated alcohol. We have also drugs, especially marijuana, and it is also an issue of great concern. We have agreed on a continuation of a joint operation. We have a very good working multi-agency team here that is dealing with the drug trafficking and proliferation of illicit alcohol. And we have agreed that this should be enhanced with a greater engagement with the community. The third issue that is of concern for us in Homabay is the issue of criminal gangs and goons. It's been of great concern in this county. I am very happy with the progress that has been made by the security team, a lot of which has reduced the number of cases related to criminal gangs. I'm happy with the cooperation of the members of public, young people who have been engaged and they have accepted to cooperate with the security team. We've said that there should be greater regulation of our border sector, and we are encouraging self-regulation. We want to see that the County Transport Committee is working, but we also want to see that the border sectors are organized around circles that can be accountable, and we want them to make sure that the leadership of borders in this county and across the country are being incorporated in sub-county security meetings for purpose of enhancing collaboration. And to deal with this goons issue also, we are happy to note that there is a great understanding among leadership in this area that it's important to have a peaceful environment for campaigning and political competition that is issue-based. and that can respect the rights of all the other citizens. We are glad that the security team, where they have found gang members who are carrying machetes and clubs and other crude weapons, that they have been dealt with decisively, and the courts have, the DPP has taken the step to charge them in a court of law. Some have been convicted, some their cases are ongoing. We shall continue doing so. Law enforcement is extremely important in deterring those who would be interested in entering into this field. I'm happy also because of there are farming activities here, and there are many other economic activities, markets, and the government has invested heavily in this county in terms of roads, in terms of markets, in terms of revitalization of lake-related projects. And we need to just continue working together. There is a good, close working relationship between county and national government, and between the elected leaders and the national administration. And we are encouraging this to continue. Our objective is to ensure that Jukwaa La Usalama is not one-off meeting where the cabinet secretary comes to visit here, but it should also include, and we want to institutionalize within the bottom-up economic transformation agenda as a mechanism of resolving cases that are bothering the people of this county. The last county and every part of the country, and therefore Jukwaa La Usalama will be devolved or decentralized to the local level and will become part and parcel of our strategies of managing security issues across the country. The last thing I'd like to say is that like many other counties, like the rest of the counties in the western part of the country and Nyanza, defilement remains a very serious issue. Even all the way to Bomet, defilement is a big issue. The prevalence of defilement cases here is also promoted by repugnant cultural practices, including the disco matanga, which has been banned in this area. Many of the children that are defiled are actually affected mostly during holidays. We will, during the Jukwaa itself, will engage our chiefs and assistant chiefs to see how best we can engage community, particularly those who try to resolve these problems using alternative dispute resolution mechanism. These are high crimes. We do not want community to hide the perpetrators. Some of the reasons why they hide them is because they are relatives, and there are people who have a fiduciary responsibility to protect these young people, whether they are teachers, religious leaders, family members, and we want to make sure that the entire society is supporting the law enforcement agencies in dealing with cases of defilement and gender-based violence, which is also affecting many parts of our country. I think that is a fair summary of these issues. We are here with our two PSs. We have, of course, Dr. Raymond Omolo, who is the son of the soil, who comes from this county, and we are very happy to have him. And as a ministry, we are lucky to have him as part and parcel of our security architecture, and he's been doing a good job previously with His Excellency the Deputy President, and when I joined the ministry, we have had a very wonderful working relations. And we have also our PS for citizen services, immigration and citizen services, and the very reason why he's here is because this is a very important day. It is Global Identification Day. Is it called Identification Day? Yes, Identification Day. Yeah, and this is celebrated globally. And after this, we are going to 1 hour before we start our Jukwaa process to celebrate this National ID Day. There are so many people. It's estimated that over 1 million people in Kenya of adult age. And I'm not talking about those who have just turned 18, 19, 20. I'm saying people who are 30, 40, who have not taken ID. It's estimated that over 1 million people are just living within Kenya without ID. Therefore, they cannot be employed, they can't get share, they cannot vote. There are so many rights they don't exercise, and the benefits they don't get from their own country because they don't have national ID. And it's important that we emphasize this fact and ask many Kenyans to work together to make sure that everybody gets their is identified so that they can get services. The discussion we are going to have with chiefs and assistant chiefs, who are actually the chiefs are the ones who play a critical role in recommending persons for identification, is that this exercise, they must walk around all their locations to identifying these people and helping them access these services, including those who are vulnerable, like persons with disabilities. Some of them are just being hidden by family members and they are not recognized and identified, and they could have as easily benefited from the support that government extends to persons with disabilities. So, and I think that is all. That is enough for now, because we have a lot of content that will come from the next two forums. And but of course, I am happy to take questions, like three questions. Yeah, introduce yourself and media house. Okay.
You talked about security. There has been a public outcry over security harassment by the Kenya police.
Yes.
Then number two, there has been assault and attack publicly to particular members of the police. A case recently in some one of us was assaulted and attacked. Maybe as a security.
Let me start with the one for attacking journalists. This is the very problem we're dealing with of goons and gangs. And it was a very unfortunate situation that some of government officials have been implicated at the county level. We appreciate the fact that the governor has taken administrative action. And the other enforcement-related actions are ongoing. And as I said earlier, this kind of cooperation is really welcomed when the leaders are recognizing that gangs and goons are not useful for our security and for our development and also for our politics. And we will continue taking very firm action against this. This is not an isolated case for Homabay. It's happening across. In Kisii, for example, we were told that even the gangs had a particular place where they pick people and torture them. And so we will be taking very stern legal action, arresting these people and taking them to court. And we continue requesting for cooperation of our judiciary to make sure that they get severest punishment and the process, the trials are expedited so that people can get justice. On the question of beach, we continue having many challenges, by the way. The BMUs are really helping us. The beach management units are helping us in security operation and manning the lake and so forth. But we also have challenges because those are the areas where contrabands are being brought in, and including drugs. And therefore, what is called harassment sometimes is when the Coast Guards take very stern action. But and we need to improve that support. So maybe we need meetings between the fishermen and the law enforcement agencies along the lake, and we need understanding and cooperation from the beach management unit and members. But of course, where cases are very viable of unjustified use of force, where people are asking for bribes, or any illegalities committed by law enforcement agencies, we encourage members of public to report them, either to the IG or the higher command, or also to IPOA, because we have a responsibility. There is a civilian oversight insofar as the action or inaction on the part of the police. Two more, if there is any.
I have a question.
No.
My name is Jukwaa La Usalama. I work at the KBC. A while ago, there's a quota population that resented this move, and actually some cases not in the court. But then again, we don't know the officials play a very critical role in the community. Probably you want to mention that some of your assessment on how the community is responding to these situations.
I think that by and large, not just in Homabay, but across the country, the Kenyan population is extremely supportive of these serious regulations, step towards regulating illicit alcohol and drugs. People are suffering. Families are losing their loved ones. which young people we are getting wasted at a very prime age. Some of whom are very educated. They would have been contributing to national development, thinking, research, and so forth. And so I have no doubt in my mind that the population support. In fact, to the contrary, it's the population who are frustrated when the law enforcement agencies don't take serious steps to enforce the regulations. And that's why I told you that we are insisting on multi-agency approach to make sure that this is done. And through Jukwaa La Usalama, we want to engage the wananchi to ensure that there is greater support, and particularly the chiefs and assistant chiefs and the OCSs work together so that they can be able to get rid of this menace. Last one. I think we are generally in good place because we have many of the forum. And LPS, you want to say something now that you are at home? Yeah.
No, Waziri, I think we are looking forward to engage the people of Homabay at the Jukwaa La Usalama forums. But also, most importantly, just to re-emphasize the fact that it's a World Identification Day, and there's a huge population, even in Homabay, of people who ordinarily should be having identification. And identification is not just the one you attain at age 18, even for those who are disabled, as well as the children. Not all children are being born in health facilities. Of course, the county government has done quite a bit to try and address that gap. Then maybe lastly is just the need for more collaboration between the leaders and the people so that we address some of the security concerns. There's already a lot of investment that the government is putting on or putting up in Homabay. There are roads that are being done. The airport is being done. There are beach landing sites being done, quite a lot, electricity connection, and it will be good to, as we engage on the Jukwaa La Usalama, to hear where there are gaps and how best we can be able to work together. Maybe I would, with your permission, ask the host MP just to say a word, then you allow us to go to the next program.
Yeah, thank you very much, the Minister in charge of Interior and National Administration, the PS in charge of National Security and Administration, the PS in charge of Immigration and Citizen Services, and indeed the team serving the country under you. I serve in the National Assembly Departmental Committee on Administration, National Security, and CS I spent in Naivasha. Attending to other security-related issues. I've come to welcome you in a very special way to Homabay around this program, which is very important. I watched the program in the night yesterday, and I think it delivers security back to the people to contribute in their own safety and security, and it gives us the opportunity, area by area, region by region, to signify to the national security apparatus the successes of the security systems and, of course, the challenges around. We've spoken a lot about, the challenges as we look at them as leaders from this area. Maybe just to assure you that we are a very united, leadership, and you are not leaders who, encourage, much of, insecurity issues. But allow me only to say that this is a beautiful day. It is seriously not our day. So I'm going to join your team.
Yeah.
I'm going to join our people as they share with you those challenges and as they jointly with you seek solutions to them as one people together, because that is what is important. So welcome to Homabay.
Thank you.
And welcome to Homabay Town Constituency.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
So we go to